Also, if Kabir and Aditi and all are it, can you all switch on your cameras?
Also take a screenshot with all peer tutors. Uh, I think we should start conversation based on last video, and then the platform will be open for them.
Okay, so Shalini Tiwari, you have a doubt?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, does the voltage regulator IC is used in the other device also to reduce the speed of operation to its normal working speed?
Yes, the voltage regulator IC is used in various electronic components, and in this Arduino specifically, we use an IC which would reduce the voltage from 12 volt to 5 volts.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in different type of electronic components, we use different voltage regulator ICs.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so next we have Aviraj Jain.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I had a doubt that why do we use a resistor with a push button while connecting it to the Arduino board?
Naman will answer this question.
Okay, so the point of the resistor is so that you can, because it requires a current going through the button as well. So instead of, so the button is just made in a way that when you press the button, it allows the current to go, right? It essentially breaks the circuit. So at one point, what we are doing is we are taking a signal that is the current passing or not, and right, and then the resistor part, it is used to first of all tone down the current so that the not too much current flows through the button and actually ends up destroying the button itself, right? Or you could also use a simple wire if your current is a lot lower than what we use, right? But we generally use a resistor. Maybe I can also try and show you to explain it better. But that is the basic thing, because the resistor and the positive part, the positive supply is required for the current to flow, and the other wire that is used is for the signal purposes, right? So that we can understand that is there current flowing through the circuit or not, because because it is only then can we do the other condition, that is switch on the LED.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so is your doubt clear? Aviraj?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So next we have Sarah Garg.
Hi, good evening. So, first, that in the latest video that we have sent, I didn't understand how to calculate the energy of the resistor, the current of the resistor.
Okay, so that is just a physics equation. You don't really have to worry that much about it right now. Whenever you need to use a resistor, you can always search it online. Right, so that was just to give you an idea of something a bit more advanced when you will be creating a bit more fine-tuned circuits, right? So that is when you actually do the calculation to find out
It was
what
just
type of resistance
conversion
you
in a
might
way,
have.
no? It was just conversion in a way with exponents and everything to, yeah, make it more precise.
That was not the point, I think. The point was she didn't understand the equation itself. So you don't have to worry about the equation right now. The equation might seem a bit daunting right now because you're in a small class. We learned it in 10th, right? So you don't have to be scared. It's just so that the people who are able to understand it, they might get an even better idea. But you can directly use whatever resistance value we give you.
Okay, next we have Shri.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So I had written a mail to Naman sir about the assignment that we were just supposed to replace the LED with a sensor, right? And sir said to there's no need for the button. So so is it fine if we put the button, or like what are we supposed to do if we're just supposed to like remove it? Should we just remove the connections, or like? Yeah, I got muted. I was just saying that so should we, because sir said to there's no need for the push button, so what should we do? Should we remove the connections and the whole thing, or I didn't really understand that.
Okay, so buttons are needed when you are using an LED. Okay, so from sensor we need data on a regular basis. We do not need to disconnect the sensor from Arduino. We use button to disconnect the components. For example, if we want to disconnect the LED, we want to turn it off, we use the button. We do not use button with sensors often because uh, there is no need to disconnect the data that is coming from the sensor. We can just ignore the data. There's no need to disconnect the sensor. Okay.
So you can think of a
Okay, sir.
button as like a touch sensor, right? So it senses that are you touching the button or not specifically, right? Or if you use it in a robot that is moving, maybe it is the frontmost part that okay, it bumps into a wall. Right? So you might have seen something like that with the EV3 kits or those Lego kits, right? If you have not, don't worry, right? So that
Yes.
is essentially a the touch sensors. The buttons are essentially touch sensors. So you do not require two sensors for the circuit that we are giving you. Right, so that is the thing. The circuit was it was only supposed to test like one sensor, for example, maybe an ultrasonic sensor or the PIR motion sensor, whatever. Right?
Okay, sir. So we were just supposed to so there's no need for the push button. We can just
Yeah.
straight put it with the sensor.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Shalini Tiwari.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Hmm.
can you please explain about the PIR motion sensor?
Naman, would you like to explain?
Okay, so the PIR motion sensor, you might have seen in some concepts or maybe even in some videos, right, where people are walking through a room and then as they're walking, the lights turn on, right? So that is a use of the PIR motion sensor. So the way it works is, you must have seen that each of like everyone, all the people around us, right? They reflect some light, or maybe they give out heat, right? So, so what PIR sensor does is it is essentially an IR sensor that senses that whatever heat is coming from you, because because whatever heat we lose, it is generally in the IR spectrum, the infrared spectrum, right? So the IR sensor and the PIR motion sensor, right? It senses that okay, there I'm detecting some movement in some radiation, some IR radiation from this point to this point. Okay, therefore there is some motion, right? So what it does is okay, some motion. Then okay, what is the condition? Maybe switch on the light or maybe start some sensor, something like that. So that is how a PIR motion sensor is used, right? So that is why it is named a motion sensor.
Thank you, sir.
You might have seen automatic doors, which open automatically when you come in front of it or anything passes by from there, right? So that is
Yeah,
the use of
In the field
a
of view
PI.
of the PIR sensor.
yeah.
Okay, so anyone else having any question? Okay, Madhav
Yeah,
Sharma.
Madhav.
yeah. I had a question that what is the difference between the PRI sensor and the ultrasonic sensor then? Like they both do the same task. They have to detect if there is an object in front of them.
Okay, so uh, see, the PIR sensor is detecting infrared radiations that we are emitting. Anything that is above 4 degrees Celsius temperature will emit infrared light. Okay, anything,
Yeah.
even your table, cloths, everything is emitting IR radiations. So what PIR sensor does is it just detects the change in change in the IR radiations. That if my hand is over here right now and PIR sensor is over here and I move this hand, so PIR sensor will detect that IR radiations are moving. Okay. And what ultrasonic sensor does, it detects the distance from a specific object. For example, I have this ultrasonic sensor over here. It's it sends the sound, ultrasonic sound, to my laptop screen, and then the ultrasonic sound reflects back. Okay, and then it calculates the time in which it sent the ultrasonic sound and it received it back. So using that, it calculates how much distance is there between my hand and my laptop.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the sense, the PIR sensor, it detects that there is some movement, right? It does not detect distance. We cannot calculate distance using a PIR motion sensor. Instead, but in ultrasonic case, it can detect, okay, you can technically detect that there is an obstacle, but it detects in a different way. It detects, okay, now distance is very less between the sensor and whatever object it is. That is how it detects that there is
So,
something in front of us. Right? So
so we
ultrasonic is used for distance. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we call the PIR sensor like a mixture of the temperature sensor and ultrasonic sensor, like type of?
Mm, if you think about it, in this sense, if you use it more, you will see that it does not have similarities between any of these, because they both have some very different tasks, right? They work in very different ways. So as you go into more advanced fields, right? If you go into it a bit more depth of understanding how these sensors work, you will see that a PIR sensor is completely different from what is an ultrasonic sensor, and it is completely different from what is a temperature sensor. They all work in different ways. So if you say that okay, it is a combination of temperature and ultrasonic, you okay on a basic level, if you think okay, it might, you can slip with it, but no, it is not exactly correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
So yes. Anyone having any doubt?
I had a
I heard some.
question that we
Huh.
have been given only one assignment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I had to confirm.
This is one an assignment from the previous week and another assignment from this week.
So we have been given two assignments.
Yes, till now from the start of the program, you've been given two assignments.
I know only about one assignment in which we had to switch the DC motor.
Yeah, that was previous week's task. This week's task is a bit different. You need to create a circuit using another sensor. If you would have gone through all the four modules, you'll see in the end of the fourth video that there's an assignment that you need to do this.
I checked them, but there were only two.
Check again because we uploaded those videos on Friday itself, right?
Oh,
So the thing is, we are going through a lot of things right now. So the videos will be
yeah.
uploaded over the course of the week, right? We can't give you a deadline that yes, we'll upload one video on Monday, one on Tuesday. We'll try our best to do it as fast as possible, but it might take time till Friday, not beyond that. We'll try maximum till Friday. All the videos will be uploaded.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Next we have a doubt from Nishtha.
Yes, sir. I couldn't understand why do we have those wave signs with some digital IO pins next to their numbers?
Okay, so that is called PWM. PWM is pulse width modulation, and that we'll be studying ahead in the course in upcoming weeks. Okay, and that
Okay,
is
sir.
okay. In short, I will tell you like about it right now only. So it is like if you want to dim some LED, okay, the LED is glowing at its full power and you want to dim it. Okay. but it does not support that you can give a command and it will get dimmed. So what you can do is like switch it on and switch it off very quickly. Okay, switch it on and switch it off very quickly. Like if you are doing it manually, then maybe 100 or 50 times in a second. But then that also is very difficult. So microprocessors and microcontrollers are very uh, fast and very efficient, so they can do that switching on and switching off like a million times in a second. Okay, so when something is switched on and switched off rapidly, you see that you won't notice that it's getting switched on and switched off. What you notice is only that the LED is dimming. Okay, so that is the use of pins with wave sign over there. And don't
Okay,
worry,
sir.
that's a little complex right now. Don't worry if you didn't get it. You will definitely get it when we will use it. Okay.
Sir, I also couldn't find the form to submit the assignment of this week.
It is there on the assignments tab on the website. If you, I'll just show
Okay,
it
I'll
again.
check it once again.
Yeah.
Share the screen and show.
Yeah, I'll share my screen and show everyone where you need to submit all the assignments.
Okay.
Right, so you went to this website, the Nucleus website, right? Go to online courses, you hover over it, this robotics option, then click the down arrow. Here is all the videos you will be uploading over the weeks, right? Assignments, week 1, week 2, not the form. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, also this extra resources where we'll keep uploading some videos that might give you a bit more understanding of what was taught. Like you must have seen this one, how to use a breadboard, something like that. It will also upload a resource for the PWM one, so that if someone is interested, they can try and draw me out.
Yeah, PWM is an interesting concept. So we'll upload it in extra resources and you can go through the concept.
Sure, sir.
Next we have Madhav Sharma, who has a doubt.
Sorry, I didn't lower my hand.
Okay, anyone else having any doubt?
I speak up because after this you will also have a test then. And so if you have any doubts, ask us right now. We'll clear all your doubts, right? So that you can get so that you can give your best in the quiz that we'll do after this. Ask anything, anything related to the modules, right? Not like last
Can
week
you
we
tell
started
how to
discussing it.
use the ultrasonic sensor on the simulator?
What?
So can you tell how to use the ultrasonic sensor on that Tinkercad?
Okay, so the point was that maybe we also try and develop some research skills in here. So that instead of us telling you all how to use each sensor, right? So what we thought was that maybe you search online how to use an ultrasonic sensor, right? And try to represent whatever circuit they've shown on Tinkercad yourself, right? If you find that okay, I'm not understanding what is wrong in the circuit, right? Maybe then share a pic with us and ask us that okay, I'm not understanding what is wrong. Tell me what is wrong with this circuit or maybe the code, right? They'll give you all the things that you'll require to make a circuit to measure distance using the ultrasonic sensor, the PIR sensor, the temperature sensor, whatever sensor there is available.
Yes.
Right, so that is the thing. You can just go online and search maybe how to use ultrasonic with Arduino. You'll get a lot of websites telling the same thing over and over again.
When is the test happening?
We'll share the link with you at the end of the meeting. Don't worry.
Okay. You're gonna get this every meeting, like every Q&A session every week?
We'll share the details with you whenever, right? Yes, guys, more questions. Okay, so if you don't have any questions related to this week's module, maybe the previous week modules, right? If some of you were not able to attend the previous week and have some doubt from those modules, you can ask us right now, right? Means in the sense related to whatever videos we have uploaded, you can ask us any doubt. If you have some extra doubt, you can maybe try and write to us individually, right? So that is where we'll answer instead of using time here.
Okay, she has some doubt.
It's not really a doubt. I just wanted to give feedback on the video for the second week. Like what actually in the first video, like for the first week, the module, it was very easy to understand because it was also short and it was easy to understand. But this week it was also easy to understand, but the thing I found a bit like a bit different than the first week was that it was a bit long, and I think that like that didn't keep me so engaged to the video.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one was just an introduction week. So we introduced what all we'll be doing in the course and all that. So in the upcoming videos, we'll try to keep the length short and we'll try to make the video crisp. And we actually want you to understand the concept clearly. That's why we are making the videos, and in the videos also we are showing you how to make the circuits. In the last video that was uploaded in the week, we showed you how to make circuits and how to program the Arduino.
Yeah, so even we felt those videos were a bit long this week, but the thing is, the videos in the first week or so, right, or the previous video, except the last video, right, they were small videos in the sense the concepts that were taught in them they're not required too much explanation because they were a lot self-explanatory. So whatever we told you, that was enough for you to get a basic idea, like okay, what is going on. But the last video that was maybe about 15 minutes or so long, the thing was we were trying to teach you how to use a small computer, right? We were telling you how to make something using a small Arduino. And so that is the thing. It required a lot more explanation. So we'll try our best to keep the video short, but you can also maybe try and maybe pause. Okay, like let's take a break right now to understand whatever happened, or maybe go through the video multiple times again and again. Like okay, what was happening in this video? I got zoned out at this point. It's just something like that. So you should go through all the videos multiple times so that you pick up small details that we would have mentioned, right? Because it is a lot of the small details that end up strengthening your basics. If you do not pick up on those small details, it happens that a lot of guys have confusion that, okay, why would it happen this way and not this way? That's the thing.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, also, I just wanted to say that in the video, so Mehak ma'am also told us about the coding and about it's not only the block coding, but there's also like the written coding. So she also mentioned that we should understand it and all. So can you make like a little video on that too?
Sure, we'll make a video about that if you did not understand it. But if you could maybe try and explain us what exactly you were not able to grasp, right? Maybe we can maybe make a bit more of targeted video. If not, it's fine. We'll try and make another video that talks primarily about those things. Just a minute.
Yes, sir. So, like in the coding, there were some words that Mehak ma'am actually explained to us, but maybe you could explain all of them in like a very short one, so it's a bit easier than going into that video and then finding that part.
Okay.
Okay, one question. Basically, she explained all the things like, digital write, digital read, all the key terms which were used in block coding, and even the set pin thing. So, Can you tell us like maybe one or two terms that you were not able to understand exactly, so that we can include those?
Aditi, your voice was not clear, I guess. Naman, was it clear?
And it wasn't very clear, but I got the gist of it. What she was trying to say. So what she was saying, there's a lot of background noise right now. Yes. Okay. So what she was trying to say is, like we use a lot of terms, digital write, analog write, digital read, whatever, right? So those terms might seem heavy right now. Huh? So maybe if you did not understand those terms exactly, right? So you can tell us what what exact term you were not able to understand. Like, okay, why is it called digital write? Something like that. That was maybe what she was trying to say. Um, any other doubt or suggestion? Uh, what is happening? I don't know. Somebody speaking anything? Maybe?
Naman, I guess if they don't have any more doubts or anything to say, we can just open the quiz and share the link.
Okay. If guys, again, if you have any doubts, any type of doubts, please
So
ask.
we have a quiz now.
As soon
Then we'll
as the
share the
meeting
quiz
ends.
right now. We'll share the quiz right now, but you can do it whenever it is okay for you. But we'll give you a deadline.
Okay. So what's it? The deadline?
Can we do it right now if you want to?
Yeah, sure, sure. You can do you can do it right now.
What's the deadline for the quiz?
The deadline is on Tuesday. Right, so the quiz needs to be done by Tuesday. It's a very
Two
simple quiz. It
days.
would not take you more than 10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
I'll just
So
share
where
the
you
link.
share the link?
I'll share the link in the chat. If you're not able to, uh,
We are not
There's
able to see
open
the
chat.
The
It
chat
just
is
saying it's
only
available to team members.
We can't see the chat.
okay. So if you guys can note it down right now, it would be a lot simpler for us. We'll also send you a mail, right? But if you can note it down right now, right? So it's just the website is joinmyquiz.com, right?
wait a second.
Yeah, yeah. So
No, quizzes.com, not joinmyquiz.com.
What is the
yes,
code?
joinmyquiz.com,
Naman, you
and
can share your screen if questions are not visible.
yes, I'll share my screen
Please ensure that
so that
answers
it's
are
a
not
lot
visible.
simpler.
Sir,
Yeah,
could
yeah.
you please tell the code for the quiz?
Yes, here it is. You guys can see it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, I just wanted to say that my quizzes glitches a lot, so it might glitch and like it just blacks out sometimes. So
Okay, try it, do it once. If something happens, we'll try and figure out what to do. Okay, so has everyone noted this down or maybe opened the website or whatever? Everybody has noted down?
Yes, sir, done.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, guys, any final questions that you have? Like, okay, not right now. You guys have the quiz. You might start asking this question from there. Okay. Okay. So if anybody else does not have any questions, we can maybe end this.
Yeah, we can end the session, and Naman, you can send a mail with the link to the quiz
Yeah.
to everyone, and then we'll also tell the deadline. And in the next week session, we will discuss questions from this quiz also, and we'll give you another quiz based on that week.
I have one question. The ultrasound, like detector and everything, the ultrasound sensor, whatever it was called. So, doesn't it work kind of like a sonar or a bat's echolocation?
Yes, exactly. It works like that only. It sends sound waves, and the sound waves gets reflected from any surface,
Yeah,
and then
just like
when it
echolocation, and
comes
it comes
back,
back. And the
it
PIR
calculates.
sensor is like snakes because snakes can see the warm-blooded animals, the warm-blooded things of mammals. So it's like infrared vision.
Yeah, right.
Yes. So, okay, a close analogy. It works. Not exactly, obviously. The snake's vision is a lot more advanced if you think about it, because the PIR motion sensor is not really a heat
Conscious
signature
thing.
sensor, right?
Yeah.
Not the conscious part. If you just think about the eyes or whatever the snake sees, that is the thing. Somebody was saying something. Your voice is breaking.
I have done the quiz. Can I leave?
Yeah. Everyone can leave if you don't have any questions. Okay. You can do the quiz whenever you are free, right? You all have the code in the website, right? So,
Students, before you leave, so I want to mention one thing. Thank you all for joining in today and showing your passion towards this workshop. So all of you have been given a link for the quiz. So I would just request all of you to please attend the quiz, because there are prizes for the high scorers. So every week you're going to have a quiz, and the top scorers will be given some prizes. So please don't miss that. And to have those to pass on the quizzes successfully, I think you should visit the YouTube links and all the videos that you are shared. Please visit those again and again. So that is really going to help you with the quiz. And Naman, Rahul, and Kabir, thanks a lot. It was a lovely session, and I think the kind of questions they came up with, it really shows how the workshop is going well. So really good, great going, and all the best for the next session.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
thank you.
Yes. So Gulfam sir, would you like to add something to this?
Ma'am, actually, uh, everyone is doing a wonderful job, and the explanation given by our mentors really helpful for the student, and students are also interacting with them. So that is the wonderful thing for us. So hopefully everyone will join the next session also, and they will be participating into quizzes and the conversation, whatever going on about the robotics. So keep going, team. All the best. All the best, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.